Hi there, Coach Patrick here, Endurance Nation, back with another weekly update check-in from the team. I want to say hello, everyone, from May, where things have gotten off to a raging start. I myself am doing some final peak workouts. I saw some massive workouts come out of Michigan this weekend. I know California as well. Julia, RIP, your rear derailleur and your spokes. I bet that story was epic. I can't wait to hear all about it. That's right. The season of racing is here, my friends. May is officially it. Before now, everyone's sort of maybe been a little bit racy, maybe Texas, maybe something. But now it's really on. The weather's just turned a corner. Everything is blooming, budding. The temperature's great. People are getting sunburned. I myself got a really good, awesome sunburn there on my hands. I tell myself that I'm learning and getting smarter every year, but I don't think I am. So hopefully you can learn from my mistake and my super red hands that you'll also take care of your bodies. As we head into this race season, a couple things to remember. Number one, new kit makes you faster, and our new kit looks awesome. If you haven't been on social media and seen the kit, it's for real. My favorite, of course, is the black, but I understand that people like the classic as well. And I represented with the gigantic X as well. And I couldn't tell if the cars behind me were targeting me because I had a giant X on my back, or if they were avoiding me because I had a giant X on my back and somebody already got me. Who knows? Either way, both kits super comfortable, super effective, super fun. And I hope you do check them out inside our gear store. Number two, really thinking about race execution matters, but race execution really only has a small lever or amount of leverage if you don't have the fitness. May is kind of that last time if you're racing before July to actually put in some work, and the weather's just fine enough if you can find that one dry day in the whole entire month, apparently, for those of us on the East Coast, to actually be able to get out there and push. So plan accordingly, do your scheduling. Even if you can't do the full discipline the way you want to do if it's a race simulation, getting the time on your feet is really important. As we get closer to race where we have to do your entire race for the entire duration, we take one step back and we say, hey, we got to be able to do the entire duration in 2 days. And we got to take a step back and say, you got to be able to do the entire duration of the race in like 4 days. So if you're doing a 10-hour race, 4 2.5-hour rides, right, in 4 days, and take another step back and say, you got to be able to do the entire duration in a week. So you got to be doing, 10-hour weeks. So if you're not doing 10-hour weeks and you can't do 10 hours in 4 days, if you can't do 10 hours in 4 days, you can't do 10 hours in 2 days. If you can't do 10 hours in 2 days, then you're probably not going to be able to do 10 hours in 1 day. So something for you to think about, just to step back for a second and say, am I really on track? Use that quick math equation there to figure out where you stand relative to your desired fitness on race day. Then we can have a whole conversation about race execution once you've kind of got that all dialed in. Seeing a few more conversations cross my desk around nutrition and what race nutrition looks like. I have to say, for those of you who are resurrecting and coming back to racing long course tri or just doing regular racing in general, nutrition has changed a great deal since the last time you were here. There's been some new products on the market that are really about high carb, and there's others that are really about no carb. And you can see how the marketing forces are in full effect. The big thing is that you like to take food in, you're comfortable doing it, and whatever that food is, it's got a lot of fluid involved taking it in. A high performance still remains centered around being able to stay fully hydrated, particularly on the bike portion of your event. And for those of you who are thinking more about calories instead of total hydration, you, my friends, are missing the boat. We have an entire sweat calculator and a course inside Endurance Nation for our teammates, or I think the course is for sale online as well. If you go to endurancestation.us, you can find free resources about that said sweat course and get a code to actually purchase it. It's a chance for you to walk through the process and make sure you have your nutrition dialed in. Hydration first, calories second. Okay, super, super important. All right. Last but not least, as we think about being successful this month and going forward, it's really taking stock of where you are now and where you want to be. So even though we started earlier in the year, we had a plan for you, we laid out your racing and your training, it's really important for you to stop. It's kind of midpoint here for midpoint for a season, not midpoint of the year, and start to say, where am I relative to my goals? This is the time where we can really get in and say, hey, here's a great block for 4 weeks. Here's a couple key workouts that we need to put on the calendar. There's nothing worse than finding out when you get to your final destination that if you just made a few simple changes, you would have saved a ton of time or had a very different experience. For most of us as endurance athletes, that's when we hit the finish line, when you're like, oh man, here I am. And I thought I was dead just 10 minutes ago, but then I realized afterwards that I made all these mistakes or did something totally wrong. That's the nature of the racing beast. And of course, that's still going to happen. No matter how much you plan for that not to happen, it will still happen. However, if you plan now to kind of close the gap between where you wanted to be and where you are now relative to where you need to be at the finish line, I hope you got all that, you can actually make a substantive difference in your ability and mindset as you head into race day. Again, I myself am going through this right now with Unbound 200, thanks to the great help of our good friend Corey Martini, and then also Matt Limbert, who is just, I'm not sure where Matt Limbert is on the universe or the planet Earth, as it were. I know it involves wheels and dirt, but he's going to be there in Kansas as well to help me survive it somehow. with Corey as well. I'm just trying to keep up with her at this point in time. So anyway, I hope you're really thinking about how do we stay calibrated. If you've got questions, show up to Monday at office hours or Wednesday midday coach drop-in. This last drop-in, we had 4 people. It was a raging party on Wednesday. Maybe you'll join us this week. I don't know. Hope to see you there. Otherwise, we did just drop, or I'm about to drop, some new race-specific content for May. We talk a little bit about the race calendar at large and deep dive into 2 particular races, both of them which happen to be in Utah. So do check that out. And if you like what we do here inside Nerd Station, do me a favor, share it, like it, spread the good word. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a fantastic week. Put on some sunscreen for the love of God, and I will talk to you soon. See you.